high school sucked. In fact, you could say that it fucking sucked. I was in the South for high school in Georgia, and it was very conservative and small-minded in a lot of senses. When I first came out, my parents had a really hard time accepting it. Now things are very different, though. My cousin, who also with my parents, came out a few years ago, and not only were my parents more receptive of it after having gone through the process with me, but also the high school that I went to that my cousins now go to actually has an LGBT support group where it was completely off limits for people to talk about being gay when I was there. Very few people were. Much more common now. Things are changing, and that may not help you right now. Certainly, there are lots of places that remain small-minded, but you should just know that there's a sea change going on, even in conservative places like the South. And since I've left high school, I've made an amazing group of friends that love me for who I am, not just for who I'm attracted to. It's been great. They've been my friends ever since getting out of high school, almost immediately. I've also gotten to travel the world, I guess probably in an attempt to try and get out of the South and go see things outside of the South. I guess I've gotten sort of addicted to traveling and seeing the world, things that are much bigger than Georgia. I've spent a lot of time for my job and also just for pleasure traveling through Latin America and getting a chance to really enjoy the world, and I feel like I've had a really enriching life that I'm very happy with. I live in Los Angeles now. It's a very interesting, cool place, lots of gay people, nobody cares. And it's wonderful. I really like it a lot. I'm very happy with the existence that I have now, that I've gotten out of the South. Now, like I said, there were really dark moments in high school. You know, my best friends, they just stopped talking to me when I came out, and people were always willing to point fingers and say faggot and things like that. But now it couldn't be more different. I truly feel that in spite of all of the painful shit that I've had to deal with in coming out in the South, I've probably lived a much better life as a result of it. You know, Dan said many times on his podcast that, and it's true, the pain that you're feeling right now will be traded into a far more interesting life than the assholes causing your pain will ever have. Hard to hear right now, I know, but hang in there. It gets way